Yar, welcome aboard the Nautical Cringe. I'm your captain, Joey, Joey. And you are going to join, well, I appreciate you joining me for my morning daily chores on Animal Crossing. Yeah, I was getting a little bit of PC lag this morning. I installed DaVinci Resolve. I don't think that's what it was. I did that last night, so I restarted everything and starting again. And hopefully my voice lag clears up a little bit today because I am not listening to a headphone while I have the stream going. That's probably an error, which I shouldn't be doing, but I think it's going to help me talk more natural. Yep. Hey, Bam. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm getting this done early today because I'm going to help one of my local veteran organizations. Ooh, cool. More blue. Love to see flowers process and bloom. Okay, so I have no fossils up here this morning. Today's also I think we've got a couple more days of the stamp rally. One of my least favorite next to the wedding. I only do it so I can get all the junk I want. Nice stuff. My inventory increased. I need to talk like an educated sailor. Yar. Yeah. And for those of you joining new, the reason why I say Joey, Joey, is there is a person with autism that might be listening to this stream who uses those voice prompts. And I want to make it easier for his staff to connect with me. And as I go around and pick up logs, so I had to buy another version of this game, another copy of it, because that same person is he's an adult with autism. Managed to flush my copy of Animal Crossing. Because to him, out of sight is out of mind, right? So that's what we did. Yeah, we'll do 38 and do it backwards this time. So we're going to put away. Put it away, and we'll just do like we typically do, 10,000 at a time. Yeah, that also happened to a copy of my Paper Mario, the origami one. Same thing happened. That one was deep sixed as well through the commode. For those of you that don't know, deep sixing is a nautical term of throwing things overboard. Yeah. Oh, cool. I think I got my first fossil today. Yeah, the local VFW's getting ready for a charity. Well, it's not necessarily a charity. It is because all the money raised is going to be helping veterans, but they're getting ready for one of their big fundraisers for the year. And it's Bike Week, where we host those who ride. Ooh, I wonder what that one's going to be. That might be a new one. That might be black as well. Sweet. Yeah, so I did not find a... There we go. That one up. Pick that one up. And if you've been listening to me for any type of time, my least favorite thing to do is stamp rally and the wedding. But I cannot stand the gyroids as well, but I'm doing it just to collect them. Any extra gyroids that I get, I'll be donating. If they're not new and different colors, that's my gyroid burial up there. And I do have coffee with me today because I am definitely going to need it because this is my second cup. Looks like Dottie's making some more food. Yeah. All right. Well, this is going to be fun. Orange marmalade. Well, that's cool. Hopefully my voice isn't getting drowned out by the theme. And if it is, please feel free to leave comments. I actually read them. I know I don't have many comments to read, but, you know, I do take them pretty serious, and I do take the time to look at them. So, I appreciate feedback. And I interact with people. I'm not afraid to let people know who I am. Respectfully, of course, other than my nautical theme. Even if you're a land lover. And that's my nautical theme of the day. Land lover is those who like to stay on land. Chicken nuggets. There we go. Hopefully that catches them. I haven't caught a fish in a while, so I'm going to do that today. There we go. Nice. Yeah, I was getting a little bit of lag. I'm not sure why. So I had to restart this morning. Hopefully I'm not getting to the max of my computer. Running this off an i5 with an integrated NVIDIA card. It's a laptop, so obviously I'm going to have some lag. So hopefully we can improve our graphics quality. Is that a big fish? Yeah, it is, but it's probably... I'm going to wait till the next month, like in 4 or 5 days, before I really go on a bug collecting adventure. Summer is usually the best time for those things because I've already caught most of the things for this month, or for this quarter. Do not see. Watch, I'm probably zooming right by it. Gonna miss half of it today. That just tells you the type. There's a log. The type of day I'm having so far. Probably gonna ignore half of my fossils, which I don't intend to do, but I'm not operating like Captain Obvious today. So I've been watching a lot of YouTube streams on how to improve voice quality, and I think I've improved quite a bit from the first week. Oh, yes, I'm here. Yes, I've been using reactions, thank you. A little tired this morning. For those of you that don't know, yesterday was Memorial Day. That's a pretty big deal in the United States for honoring people who have passed away, especially veterans. My family was always open-minded, so we treated Memorial Day as family members as well. But since I am a veteran, I understand the importance for others. Ooh. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Chicken nuggets. Build a fence. My intent is to have this as a family-friendly channel, so... So as you can see, I'm using some family-friendly descriptive language. And that's by choice. Lots of orange in her yard, so hopefully I get a black one of those flowers. Alright. Probably have done this like 4 times already. Yeah. Yeah. Try to make sure that I'm interactive as much as possible. Some of these streams, people are not as interactive, and you know, what's the use of listening if you want to talk and hear somebody's voice? I actually like Animal Crossing. I've been playing it since 2020, when everybody went into relax mode. And we're a little bit more interested in protecting germs, or protecting themselves from germs. Nice. But I actually like it. I was kind of surprised. This is my first farming sim type game, and I really like it. I'm kind of shocked. It's not something I've normally played in the past. I got 1 fossil, so I need to get my other one. Oh. Oh, chicken nuggets. Should start talking more like a pirate, like yar. But even I get bored with that a little bit. So just so you know. I do have nautical experience, so it's not, you know, we just didn't talk like pirates all the time. That only became popular after Pirates of the Caribbean. Well, it was popular before, but... this is probably going to be 1,000 or 3,000. Oh. Maybe not. I think I have a tree here, so I can... What am I doing? I have... There we go. Woohoo! Yeah. I didn't even need to make one. I already had one. Alright, I'm Captain Obvious this morning. Nice. I'm going to come down here and check the easy parts before I start going through and digging through trees. Well, there's one. I don't want to step on that. Okay. Let's go up and get that one. So as you can see, I have most of the crops. I just don't have pumpkins yet. So I'm going to try to get pumpkins to put in that open spot where I'm digging right now. My carrots actually look pretty good. I've had a lot of rain on this island, so hopefully it continues. I always love spring for that reason. Keeps my lawn green. Okay, let's see what I have here today. Amber shoes. Ooh, let's look at Laseroid. I don't think I have a Laseroid. Place item. Maybe I do. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Alright. There's that. No twigs. No twigs. No twigs. No twigs. No twigs. No twigs. I'm not worried about balloons this morning. Yeah, this is the only problem about putting your trees close together. Yeah. Kind of have to go through everything. And I'm not a fan of that, but I did it, so here I am. Trying to get a 5-star island. I've never had one. And then once I do that, I'll start the game over. And then I'm also playing I'm also playing Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. That's a pretty good game. And I really like it. Ooh, I got 2 gyroids today. Out of the way, Bam. Sweet. Alright, let's look over here. That. How many? 1, 2, 3. So I am missing one of the fossils. I'm going to have to go back and look around. Look around! Look around! A little bit of 90s rap. Alright. Yeah, now they have something called country rap, or for short, crap. So, yes, that's a little humor. Ah, I found my other one. So we've already done the stone. We've already broke the stone, and we already dug up the fossil tree. Oh. Or the money tree, fossil tree. That would be cool if they all showed up on one tree. Okay, Nintendo, hint, hint, hint. Make it easier on us. Have our fossils show up on a tree like the oranges. And the money. That would be pretty cool. Alright. So I think I have all 4. Now I can go do the stamp rally. Yay! I do not like the stamp rally, but I'm going to do it because I started it, so I'll probably do that with the wedding day, even though I can't stand it. So, anybody that plays Animal Crossing, what do you dislike about the game? I mean, let's be honest. Nintendo put some thought behind this one because the weather changes. That's pretty cool. The weather changes with the location that you're at, so that's really neat. Okay, Blathy. And if you watch Austin John Plays, Isabelle is Butterpup. Oh. Take my fossils. I don't want them. I'm trying to finish off that museum. I've been playing this for, I think, over 50 days now. Alright. Ah. Thank you. Yeah. Take my fossils, you silly bird. Well, you silly owl. Woo! Okay, I just had to double check because talking and chewing gum is not my specialty. And the other thing is I haven't had enough coffee today. So, as you can see, I'm kind of sound a little off a little bit, but part of that's because I'm a little tired. We fed probably about 100 veterans yesterday and their families, so that was a pretty good day. And the veterans organization that I went to yesterday puts that on for free. It obviously comes from donations, right? So every time you donate to a poppy sale or those kind of things, all that money comes back to the veterans, and 99% of it stays local. We're required to send a little bit up to the main, but unlike a union, we don't send most of it up to the main. You know, most of it stays local. And we had a lot of participation from the auxiliary too. So the auxiliary, in case you didn't know, for organizations that have veterans, sometimes veterans may not qualify. Like for the VFW, you have to have certain campaign medals and have been located in certain locations in order to qualify for that. So out of veterans organizations, the VFW is the hardest one to get into. So if I have any veterans listening, you might want to scrub your record while you're in and see if you qualify and join while you're in. The lifetime membership is going to be a lot easier to swallow. And that's what I did. I have a lifetime membership. And I think that's my third one. So anyways, the auxiliary is for family members, and usually they're up or down 2 generations, so like not your parents, but your grandparents' generation. So that's pretty cool. And we have a lot of members that donate time, at least at my local one. And so that's really cool. It's really nice to see people that have a connection to support. And the VFW, like I said, in my opinion, is a good organization. I have nothing against any other veterans organization like the DAV, Disabled American Veterans, or the Vietnam Veterans Association. Everybody has done their time, and those organizations are amazing. And each one of them, for the most part, has an auxiliary, has a family support one that helps support. And believe it or not, a lot of the energy sometimes comes from families. A lot of younger veterans, what I'm noticing is a lot of younger veterans are swearing off these kind of places. And from my experience, the VFW is the closest thing you're going to get to that camaraderie that you had while you were in the service. So that's why I like to hang out there. A lot of good people that like to donate time. And, you know, we're not talking that everybody needs to donate all their time. You know, just a couple hours. And most of us usually have a couple of hours, unless you have a family, then it becomes a little bit more difficult. And we all have families, so I shouldn't say that. But extended family, you know, the bigger your extended family are, most of the time you don't donate. And most of those organizations try to put people where they're helpful, right? So if you're more analytical, we would tend to put you in a position or a place that suits your abilities. So it doesn't feel stressed or out of the norm for you. I think this might be my last one. Yep. It's on to the fish. Yeah, we're very fortunate at the local Veterans Association that I belong to. We have a really strong auxiliary, and we have, for the most part, for the VFW, we have a lot of members that are fairly active. So that's always helpful. And again, yesterday was Memorial Day, so that's a hard day for a lot of veterans, self-included. So, but I found it better to get through the day by keeping myself active. and helping others who feel the same way I do. Yeah. That's pretty cool. All right, let's get these last 3 done. Sorry, I'm not trying to preach about these organizations, but they're pretty close to my heart. Obviously, yar. But for the most part, they do good, and our community is pretty supportive. So I can honestly say that's a good motivator. So I'm grateful for that. The other day I was doing a poppy drive, collecting change for the poppies. I met a lot of good people. I also met some people that have experienced some of the difficulties that it is when you're related to a family that supports veterans. And some of those stories stay with you forever. So I met a person who lost a family member to Agent Orange, and it still affected that person pretty heavily. And I can understand why. I'm not saying anything against it. That's why these organizations exist. We try to help those that need the help. We're very fortunate. We've had a lot of older members, and so we have a lot of equipment that in case you need those things as we start getting older, a lot of that stuff comes back to help others. So that stuff's pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty helpful. I'm not sure if I got my last one or not. Double check. Oh, this might be the last one. And a lot of that stuff is collected and used by the auxiliary. Like the auxiliary is the one that does a lot of it. And I'm very fortunate the post I belong to has some energy from the veterans. Like yesterday, I showed up to peel, about 50 pounds of potatoes. We didn't need that many, but I showed up to peel that many. And the postmaster was in there. He beat me in. And so he was the first one there. I was the second one. So it was nice to see. And he was there for 99% of the day yesterday. And I was there for 99% of the day yesterday. And there were a lot of other people, a lot of auxiliary members that were there. You guys might hear that train in the background. Right. Oh, what am I doing? I need to go get my stamp, my awards or plaques. Yeah. So after I'm done with this, I'm going to head to my local veterans organization and put a little bit of time and help others. But just donating time is it's hard. We all recognize that, and it's good that you can donate time anywhere. We have some people that belong to many organizations, and we have some members that donate that run our blood drives for us. We have some members that handle financing for us, like all of our finances. We have some members that run. We're fortunate at our post that we have a cantina. And so we have people that handle that. And so we have a pretty active membership. A lot of the same people day after day. I'm not a drinker. I do like to have a soda now and then. So I go in and have some soda. All right, is that it? Did I get them all? Yeah, me blabbering away like Blathers. Hey, maybe I should change my name to Blathers. Anyway, this game is pretty fun. I gotta go in and We'll have Isabella tell me I only have 4 stars. Ah. There we go. ABD. Let's donate some of our money. Deposit. And we'll put in 9 grand. Trying to pay off my last house. Once I pay off my last house, I'll be okay. But as you can see, I'm about 1,500 away. Or 15 million away. I'm sorry, 1,500 million. Oh, the coffee isn't working this morning. Or maybe it's, you know, me, but I choose not to believe that. Remember, it's everybody else's fault but your own, right? Or you could blame it on the coffee. So yeah, my coffee mug is very nautical. I have a big old ship on it. Okay, appealing scenery. We need more appealing scenery. And let me guess, I'm going to have too many trees. Thank you, Isabel. Or Butterpup. So we've got about a week, a little over a week until the Switch 2 comes out. I'm pretty excited for that. I already bought a couple of games. Pretty excited for it, so... and like I told people in the past, that I have not upgraded from my original Switch that I bought back in 2017. So, to me, it's a good purchase, because it's about time I have the upgrade. I didn't do the OLED. I liked the OLED. I thought it was good. So, to me, this is the midlife console refresh, so I'm okay if it's not what everybody expects. So, to me, it's okay. I bought the Wii U when the Wii U was out. I had a Wii. And so I'm okay with that stuff. If there was a significant graphics upgrade, I probably would have purchased the OLED. Like so, for instance, if let's see here. Let's do fossil, bug. Yeah, we'll do the bug one. Hang on wall. Okay. Hang on wall. And we'll do hang on wall. You know, so if there was a significant upgrade to the graphics, I probably would have bought it. But there wasn't. And so I was hoping for something more like 4K and you know, there we go. I'll throw that there for the minute. I know I could have been more efficient, but I wasn't. So I think we have 4 more days, and I'm going to get them just to collect the sides. All right, and that'll be my wallpaper. I know, cheesy, but I'm still going to do it. Oh, we actually got done pretty quick. Yeah. As you can see, I'm getting a little bit more efficient for doing these. From the first one I started with, it was almost like 45 minutes. Maybe to an hour. So I tend to get a little bit more efficient. What did I get? That is... Ooh, there we go. Horde reward. Woohoo! One more. Right. There we go. Yeah. I also bought a new PC to upgrade my gaming rig, because right now I'm recording on a i5 laptop, and so I know I need to step up my graphics card and my processor. What am I doing? In order to do live streaming, I'll probably have a lot of frame rate drops and stuff. So that's why I'm kind of holding off on doing lives right now, because I don't have the PC to support that. That's why I'm doing the recording. So, you know, it's going to take a while to grow this channel. I don't want to do that that way. Yeah, let's go in and see what they have for today. And I'll probably stop it after this. And I'm going to try to get an episode of Treasure Tracker out tonight. Today's going to be a day of freedom. A little bit. Yeah, so I bought a NUC computer. That's a mini small form computer. Oh, that one I want. And I went to an not an i7. I went to a Ryzen 7. And I recognized that my graphics, I think I'm going to need a boost in graphics. So I haven't opened that one, so I'm going to take that back today at Micro Center and get a new one. You know, I'm going to pay a little bit more, obviously, but I want to get a newer computer that has a little bit more oomph before I start doing live streams. And then I'll be doing these live stream. So that'll be a little bit more helpful, at least for me and time-wise. Yeah. Ooh. Come on, lady, you're in my way. Okay. Sorry. Got things to do today. I got my shovel in hand. Alright, so I think I'm going to stop it there for today. Let's see if I got anything else. Oh, yeah, I got to go bury. Never mind. I got to do that, and then I'll bury it, and then I'll stop there. Alright. I need to put a ramp over here. You know. I have more inclines than I do bridges. And I'm not sure I like that, but that's what I have. Well, let me see what kind this is. I'm going to place a laseroid. Place. Let's see if it looks familiar. Yeah, I don't think I... Yeah. I don't think I have a laseroid, so I think this is my first one. I got a new style. Woo! And I gotta go bury and do that kind of stuff. I think those are going to be black. This is pretty neat. I haven't had black flowers like this before, so that's why I place them around the trees, because I don't touch them most of the time. And so, to me, they spawn a little bit better. I know people don't like that because you got to dig them up, but I'm okay with that. Why does it seem like I'm not reaching? There we go. Drink it. And put that away. So that's why I plant the flowers in the back. Because they're there growing, and most of the time I'm not stepping on them. And we'll put that away. Hold. Place. I don't know what's taking me so long. Could be old age. Learn. Remember, it's not old age. I'm blaming it on the coffee. Alright, so I'm going to leave it here for today. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for listening to some sea stories. And I appreciate you, and I will see you either later on today with Treasure Tracker or tomorrow with doing my chores again. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.